Guess I can't really do it like that. Gotta move this over here. We out back chilling today, y'all. On this for Sunday. Hope y'all working, getting it in. Hope y'all having a beautiful Sunday. If you watch on the replay, we're going to have a beautiful conversation today. Hopefully we can stay on task. I think we good. I got 3 real clear comment points that I wanted to jump into. And I just wanted to powwow with you guys on this Sunday. I'm just getting my rockers back together, man. Traveling is so taxing. Doing the shows and all of that kind of stuff, while needed, while I think it's going to aid in everything that we got going on and what we want to do and what I want to do for the people, it is very taxing. It takes a little bit of time to get back and get acclimated. But yeah, here's where we are. What up, fam? This is where we are. We are really going to be kicking off the 6-Figure Printer Club, hook or crook, come April. We're gonna be hanging out, we're gonna be growing our businesses, we're gonna be doing the things necessary to get things in order. I've been working really hard behind the scenes on this, and I didn't say this week was wasted, but it wasn't the week that I've been having the last few months or whatever the case is. And I just started rolling back in some t-shirt orders and all of that kind of stuff too. And really just refocusing on everything and trying to figure it out. But there are 3 main reasons that people are not making the money they want inside their business. And yeah, I've been kind of dissecting that. For those who've filled out the goals form, we done talked about it. We done did some things, and really reformulating some things. I got a big meeting coming up on Wednesday. Hopefully something comes of that. But if not, we stay in the course. And I really want you guys to, we want to fix the problems so that we can elevate, right? And I've been, if you're on the email list, not on the email list, you got to get on the email list, because I'm delivering you guys value inside the email list. But the very, very first problem that we have is not charging properly. So I went off, right, last year, some of you guys were around. I went off and I just re-looked at pricing as I was getting back into the beginning of the business, the beginning of last year, right? And so I had to go in there and I had to be very methodical about how things were going to be priced and positioned in the market. And which caused me, as you guys filled out these goals forms for 2025, I had to go in there and I had to look and see what you guys were struggling with, which created or prompted me to write a book on pricing. Y'all know the pricing god himself from transfer, how to price a custom heat transfer t-shirt from back in 2017. I had to redo that, right? And I had to go into what I now call the only count the profit formula. The only count the profit formula is the formula to understand how much money you are truly making, right? It is this surface level. If you're out of the house, if you even have got a shop, whatever the case is, no matter where you're printing, this gives you an idea of how much money you're making, and you get to decide what you want that revenue to be, right? At the end of the day. And it takes for you guys to start tracking the information that you have, to start tracking the number of shirts you're doing on a monthly basis, to start tracking what your expenses are, to start doing some of these things. And I delivered it unperfect, not polished. It is available for you guys to get it, but you got to fix your pricing, right? You cannot leave it up to happen chance. I'm in a couple Facebook groups, and in 2 instances I'm going to talk to, and then we're going to move on to the next one. I was talking to a lady. She asked how much she should charge or whatever the case is, and people throwing prices out there. And the first thing that I actually commented after talking to her was like, listen, for you to blindly accept someone else's pricing, not knowing what the entire realm of the situation is, or overhead is, or how much the cost of goods are. I've always said this, bro. I cannot tell you how much to charge for something if I don't know how much you pay for it. I don't have enough information about the artwork, about what your equipment is. There's so many factors that go into how much you should charge, but by blindly saying I would be at 1850, and let me just say I was around like whatever she was doing. It was like around 1850 is what I would have charged, and I'm like, well, how much are your transfers? And she was paying like $8 for a 10x10 transfer. I'm like, you 3 times the cost that you should be paying. You're paying 3 times the amount of what you should be paying. So you add that on top of like a Jiffy t-shirt. Now you at 8 plus like $4.50, you at $12. And it's like you start getting these numbers that don't make sense. It don't make sense for you to charge what I would say charge, because you're paying triple the amount. You paying at least double on the blank and 3 times the amount on the transfer. Your profit, or what I would be making versus what you would be making, are you profitable? Theoretically, yes, on this goods, but your production time, you calculate overhead, all of this stuff is going to factor into what it is that you're doing. So if you are a person who is caught up in this realm of like buying shirts off of Jiffy, now some stuff is competitively priced, but for the most part, anything outside of the basics is not competitively priced. It's not priced at what you should be paying if you're in this business serious. If you are not making $50,000 from your side hustle in revenue, you are playing around. You are a crafter. You are a maker. I'm calling it out right now. If you desire more out of your business, the first thing that you must do is declare that you want more. And you got to charge the worth. And once you're confident, and a lot of this comes to the confidence of you not knowing and being scared talking to a customer, you don't really know if they're going, like, you worried about losing a customer when you're losing your business. You're losing your time. I'd much rather charge what it's worth and not do the work for you, or decide if it's worth the price that you want because I know my numbers, then I'd rather than lose my business. I'd much rather not lose you as a customer. I would much rather lose you as a customer. And so I had to go in that Facebook group and say, listen, y'all can't just keep blindly accepting people's price. This is what I would charge. This is what I would do. This is what I would like. I get it, but that's the starting point. So I wrote the book so you could understand pricing. And then I also have my shop docs of what I charge so that you can know based on this pricing, based on this overhead. And none of this really matters if out of the crib, but you should be planning for where you want to be. You should be planning for where you want to be. So that's the first thing, pricing. The second thing is marketing. And when it comes to marketing, people don't really have marketing problems. They think it's a marketing problem. The problem is that you're trying to sell everything to everybody. You're a crafter. You are doing projects. You are doing it for fun. You got Tumblr over here. You got t-shirts over there. You got resin over here. You got the laser products over there. You got all of these different things that which you have not yet to do, and it's good to start out doing a lot of stuff so you can figure out once you figure out what it is that you want to do, you then have to figure out how to position it and what volume you need to produce to go hit the goals that you want to hit. You got to set the goals. Goes back to it. You need to understand what the perfect job looks like, and you need to understand what the perfect customer looks like. You need to understand what the perfect job looks like, and you need to understand what the perfect customer looks like. At that point, you will no longer have a marketing problem, because you will know exactly where to go and exactly what to do. At that moment, you will know exactly where to go and exactly what to do. You know how I know? Because it's worked. It's worked across the board for not only myself last year, but some other people. for other people as well. Stop getting caught up in this game of equipment and all of this stuff that's not ultimately going to help you. The last thing is time. And we can go into any realm of what y'all want to talk about after this, if y'all want to talk, or if not, I can get off. We don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. This is my side hustle. I don't have enough time. I got these family things. I got all of this stuff to do. And I get it, because time was a factor in me not hitting my goals last year. So if you got questions, prepare them, put them in the chat, and we're going to address this. What happens when we come in the game is we spend the most time with idea, pyramid, right? Idea, research, idea, research, followed by making, followed by selling, followed by scaling. And what we should be doing is spending the least time with the idea, a little bit more time with research, a little bit more time with making, a lot of time selling, and a lot of time scaling. And if you don't have enough time, you must spend the most time that you have with selling. Spend all your time selling. Forget how you make it. If you go create a problem, and what we're trying to do in business, and what you should be trying to do in business, is you want to break the business. Don't worry about what's going to happen or letting people down because you can't do something. Go create a problem that you got to solve, where you're doing so much work that it is a problem that you can't get it done. Because then you will stretch yourself to figure it out. Then you will stretch yourself to figure it out. On the reverse side to that, if you don't do that, you will be sitting still, wondering how to solve problems that you're never going to have. You're never going to have the problem. You're never going to have the problem that you're fighting against, that you're afraid of, if you don't create the problem. And the thing is it's never going to be perfect enough to have the problem. Which means we must spend the most time that we have selling. If you take care of these three things, you will have no problem in your business. If you really dissect and lay out your pricing, that you know confidently that this is the floor you need to make money. This is the floor you need to make money. If you take care of that, then understand who you're selling what to. You understand based on what you're able to produce in your shop, based on your skill set, based on your equipment, based on your knowledge of what you're able to produce. You understand what jobs make you money, which jobs make you profitable, and you only go after those jobs. I'm not saying you're not going to take other jobs, but if you specifically target a specific job type that you know is profitable to you, you will then in turn make money. And once you figure out that perfect job for you and your business and your structure, then you go after people, markets that will bring you that order. The perfect order, then the perfect customer. You will not have a marketing problem, because you will know exactly where to go to get your order. It will make a ton of sense. The stars will align for you, and you will not be working hard on baby orders, or what I call lunch money. You will not be working hard, because you will have reframed your business so that you're confident in what you're selling, and you know exactly who you're selling it to. And if a person comes in because you know your numbers and they're $1 or $2 off from what you wanted to charge, then get to make take a chance to understand if that's a customer or a job that you don't mind doing, because you got some wiggle room in your price. You know where you need to be. We gonna start. We start in April, Hive, and I gotta put you in the email list. The Six Figure Printer Blueprint Club, the Six Figure Printer Club, the blueprint is starting in April. First Wednesday in April, we kicking it off. We gonna meet every Wednesday, and I'm trying to like formulate it. I don't know if it's gonna be Wednesday or Sunday, but once I get the people in it that's gonna be in it, we can decide which day it's gonna be. I got flag football playing Dolphin last week on Wednesdays, and I didn't know it was starting, but nonetheless, I could do it earlier, like 6 o'clock, or I can do it, or we can do it on Sunday, whatever the case is. We ain't never get the car out the shop. The car's still in the shop. I'm gonna see when we go get it. We ain't. It's looking bad for that car. But anyway, back on task. Have a lot of time because this is your side hustle. At the bare minimum, you should be making about 50K in sales. You should be doing at least 50K in sales. You should be doing at least 50K in sales as your side hustle. Anything else, you're a crafter, you are playing around. Nothing wrong with it. Just it's levels. I have a apparel business in Canada here, and I'm doing great. Always great to hear ways to be even better. So, funny story, like one of my recent success stories, this past year he did $630,000 in revenue, and he's in Canada. Opened up his second shop. And at every level you go to in business, and I tried to tie it to a revenue amount so people could understand, but the revenue amounts are fluid. What you get to work on is different. This is what this Six Figure Printer Club is all about. And it is about first getting to your first 100K, which start your hustle. And when you start it, until you get yourself up, I mean, at it at 50K or whatever the case is, but until you get yourself up across $100,000, till you get into the six-figure realm, you don't have enough data or information to do what's next and organize your hustle. Level 1, start your hustle. Level 2, organize your hustle. Level 3, package your hustle. So from level 2 to level 3, we're going to take all of that data that we organized and we're going to start analyzing it so that we can identify what our perfect customer looks like. We can now not make a decision in our mind, but we can look at our business and say, you know what? I've been working with this nonprofit. I've been working with this corporation. I've been working with these breweries. I've been with these schools. I've been working with this demographic or market. What's up? What's up? And they seem to be bringing me a lot of revenue. So now I have enough information to take that and go target more of that business. And you can't do that until you get to like the six-figure mark. You got to have enough repeat customers, because perfect customer is not the person who brings you your perfect order, right? And I break all of this down inside of, well, that was in Beyond Figures, the six-figure t-shirt side hustle. I was going to do one Wednesday, may move it back. If you're not on the email list, you got to get on the email list. I got all of this stuff linked up, but I don't got it linked up to at this current moment because I'm reformulating it. Because all this unboxing, all of this stuff is not where it's at, man. And we was having a conversation yesterday. It's like cracking. It's not helping the end user. No doubt. Man, appreciate you for tapping in. And if you want to elevate your business, I can't stress it enough. I onboarded 3 mentors last month. Couple grand each. Because I work on very, very specific things. And somebody asked me yesterday, or asked yesterday on the call I was on, how do you know like real, or what mentor, or what program you should invest in? And it comes down to the simple fact of who you feel like you can learn from. Who is going to help you once you figure out what you want to achieve? Who is then going to help you there? What attributes or things do you need to learn to get there, and are they speaking to those things? So if you are uncomfortable with pricing, check out the book. The book, like $27, doesn't even cost much, right? If you read the book and it makes sense to you, you can do it, or you can get the shop docs, whichever way. But the point of the matter is if this is your problem, what you don't pay for in with money, you pay for in time. What you don't pay for with money, you pay for in time. Meaning, you done already spent all this time unsure. So if you want to speed up this process, you have to invest money. If you want to speed it up, you have to invest money. It's just the way it goes. It's unfortunate. I even started to feel like this. Hey, listen, I'm charging you for me. I'm charging you for you. Because when you pay attention. It sucks. Because I've gave years and years of free information out of the internet. Some people have taken that information and built $1 million print shops. Some people have taken information that was free and built $1 million print shops. On the other hand, some people have took that information and done absolutely nothing. What's the difference? What's the difference? But if I want to seek people that are going to get results, they're going to be willing to invest into themselves. And if I'm not the person for you to invest with, go find somebody that is going to help you get where you want to go. That's going to teach you the things that you want to do. But before you do, understand where you want to go. Get it. You have to map out where you want to get to. Because if you don't, and this is the problem with the internet, is you got a little bit of information over here, you're getting a little bit from over there, but they're both truly leading you in different directions. They're both truly to you to different destinations. So at one minute you getting off on this exit, and the next minute you getting back on the highway and you getting off on this exit, and this is when you back and forth, and you never gonna get to where you want to go, and you just stuck in this cycle of like, I don't know what to do next. But what happened was last year, I told you guys what I was gonna do. I laid it out. I gave you guys the print. I let you guys pay what you wanted to pay with it. Pay for it. Show up when you wanted to show up. And a couple people got the results. In my mind, I could call out one person that went from 53,000 to 156,000 in the course of 1 year. By simply changing what it was that she was doing in her business through what I laid out in the roadmap as I started the year and told everybody what they needed to be working on. Now, there's some other success stories. There's some people I haven't heard from or I haven't talked to. But understanding that you first have to understand where you want to go. Everything is going to be laid for you. So the three things that's holding people back from making the money they want to make in their business, and I'm going to give you a finding factor. The first thing you got to do is declare how much you want to make. And make it a realistic goal. Because don't tell me you want to make $1 million. That means you got to put $1 million effort and make $1 million decisions today. So let's set a goal and we're going to build on it. I think 50 to 100,000. I think 50,000 to 6 figures is the bare minimum. You can do it easily and not be overworked. Easily. You know how I know? Because it only took about 20 orders a month when you reframe your business. But one thing about me is, like, I'm in like 3 groups now. I told you I onboarded like 3 mentors, meaning I'm in like 6 calls a week, not including my homie calls that I talk to, other business people, professionals that I know. I'm in like, I try to attend all of them. So I'm in like 4 to 6 calls a week around nothing but entrepreneurs. Some of them in the print business, some of them not. But working on different aspects of things that are needed in my business. And I've been traveling the country and the world for the last 5 years and bringing you guys back multi-million-dollar knowledge. If you say you want to be one, you got to go be around the ones who are where you want to be. And fortunately for you, I got them all around me. I got them all around me. So, I don't know where I want to go from here. I got call to actions and all of that stuff. But if you're serious about this and you want the book, shoot me an email, tshirtsasu@gmail.com. I'll shoot you the link. You got to take the first step. You want the pricing book? I got you. If you're not on the email list, get on the email list. Declare how much money you want to do that for yourself. You know what? In 2025, I want to make $50,000. If you don't know how much money you made last year, figure it out. That's the starting point. Because reshape and reposition our businesses so that we can be successful. So again, the 3 things that are holding people is not confident in pricing, don't know if they're making money, losing money, riding that roller coaster. Second thing is marketing. They think it's a marketing problem. They got a problem of knowing what they're selling what to. Who they're selling what to. Let me rephrase that. Who are you selling what to? And then the last one is time. Time is just an excuse. Because if you don't have time, you just need to focus on sales and sales in your network. And if you reshape how you look at the business, it'll just line up for you. And with that being said, I'll count. Got a couple minutes if y'all want to ask any questions. If y'all don't want to ask any questions, then I am out of here and I will go away and get back to work because I got a lot of work to do to get to where I want to go. And I only want to take people who are going to put the work behind it and do the work that they need to do to get to where they say they want to be. Right? My old football coach used to say, you said you wanted to be one, right? But you don't want to show up to practice. You said you wanted to be one, but you want to lollygag to practice. You don't make it a priority to go to get the workouts on time. You don't make it a priority to show them weekly meetings. You said you wanted to be one. You said you want to have a t-shirt business. And the first time we're going to do inside of the 6-Figure Printers Club or the blueprint is make a declaration. We do not have t-shirt businesses. We have print shops. We do not have t-shirt businesses. We got print shops. A mindset shift. A mindset shift. We are providing a service. I was going to call it the T-Shirt Hustlers Club, but that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. Got no questions for your kid? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this Sunday. Again, if you want the price, the Only Count the Profit book, if you want the Only Count the Profit ebook, so you can be confident in what you charge at the bare minimum, email tshirtsasu.com. And if you're not on the email list, get on the email list, tshirtsasu.com. Peace out.